Hello everyone, back for another doll video, and today I am going to be taking out the hair on another doll. So today is going to be a Wilton, it's like a Barbie size Wilton cake decorating doll. So if y'all don't know what that is, this is the body, and they usually have like a long pick that comes out the bottom. So basically, yeah. So you'll have something like this. This is my fingernail file. But you'll have something like this that will come out. All mine have broken off. I don't use them for what they were intended to be used for. I just keep them in my collection because I find them interesting looking. So a lot of some of them I broke them off intentionally, and eventually some of them actually snapped off, but they would have a flesh-toned pick that would come out of their body, so that you insert it into a cake that's shaped like a dome, and that's what you make the dress out of and stuff like that. So yeah, most of them have broken off, but yeah, it says Wilton 1974. So I guess they've been making these since the 70s, but yeah. And they have these like rubbery arms. This is basically the twist and turn Barbie body that they were using, but they like resculpted it so that it would have this extra piece that would come down. And yeah, you can tell the arms are definitely the same molds. I don't even know if they make these anymore, but I've had this one that was her. Yeah, this was hers. So I've had her since 2009. Here's another one that I have. She was a brunette, and I had to glue her flanges back on because they started breaking off. So yeah, her glue is still drying, so that's why her arms are off. But I'm gonna be cutting this one's hair off because her hair is literally dry rotting. Like, I can pull on it, it's in the beginning stages. So this polypropylene type of hair is like literally, yeah, I'm not sure if you can hear that, but it's like the hairs are literally snapping. So her hair is in the early stages of dry rot. The late stages of dry rot is whenever you will just, like the bangs for example, you will just like barely brush them and they'll just come right off. So the hair will be that brittle that it will literally just fall off. So like all you would literally have to do is just like do this with the hair and it would just fall out. So, and some hair just falls off on its own. So without further ado, let's chop all her hair off. And it's a shame because her hairstyle was really cute and everything. A lot of the fashion dolls I grew up had like these bangs and then the hair was like curled like that. But, you know, she can't keep this hair because it's eventually going to fall out anyway. So, yeah, very, very early stages of the hair decomposing. So yeah, this hair type, this polypropylene, like cheap dollar store type hair just isn't that good to use for rooting dolls. I've actually seen some dollar store dolls just randomly rooted with Kanekalon hair. So I'd say they should just do that instead of using this, because Kanekalon hair doesn't do this. Kanekalon hair doesn't dry rot. Not unless it's been left outside. Like if you have a doll that's been left outside for like a decade or whatever, in the dirt, exposed to sunlight and everything, Yeah, Kanekalon hair can dry rot like that in very intense circumstances. But, you know, just having a doll in your collection and all that, that's not going to happen to Kanekalon hair. So yeah, now we get a really good... I always find it fascinating to look at dolls when they've been freshly buzz cut. So yeah. There you have it, a freshly buzz cut doll. I don't know why, but ever since I was little and I would go to a thrift store or a friend's house, and, you know, I would always see a doll. Not all my friends, but, like, you would have that one friend that was kind of destructive with their dolls and toys and stuff. And so you'd always see that one, at least in the 90s, you would always see that one Barbie that was completely had all her hair hacked off like this, so... And I just always found it super interesting to see them like this. I don't know why. But yeah. So there we have it. Yep. So now I'm going to be taking my screwdriver. I actually removed the hair on another one of these that I had started rerooting a long time ago. It was my second one, so she's right here. And I painted that on her. I got her in like 2009. Or no, like, I didn't get her in 2009. I got her, that was whenever I painted when I painted that on in 2009. I got this one when I was like 15 or 16. I think I was 15, so that was in 2005. So yeah, I've had this one since then, and her hair got so bad that, because I kept brushing it and brushing it, I would brush it really aggressively. Because the hair was cheap polypropylene type of hair, it would frizz at the ends, and then you'd have to cut it, and then frizz again, cut it again, and eventually her hair got so short that I just chopped it all off, and I started rerooting her with this, and the color is nice and all, but this was hair from the Dollar Tree that came on one of those headband things. So yeah, this is what I used to use to reroot my dolls, and I had, with her, I had partially rerooted her, and the middle was bald. So I kind of got lazy and I didn't feel like completing her. So, but yeah, these dolls usually come with, yeah, you can see there's plugs. And this one has even more, like, this one's got like tons of holes. She had really thick hair, but it's just a shame it was really bad quality. So, but yeah, I basically rooted the perimeter of her hairline and did one row in the behind the hairline, and I did root the area where the bangs were as well with that hair, and then I stopped. I got really bored with it and I just didn't feel like picking it back up, so, which it's good that I didn't, because I didn't waste all that energy rooting her hair in with horrible quality hair. So I will be throwing this out. Of course I will save the elastic, but yeah. So without further ado, we are going to be taking out the hair. Yeah, I'm actually going to get, because I didn't take, sometimes I will just take pictures of the doll. She's not wanting to cooperate. So yeah, and then I can just screenshot that later, so I'll have a picture of her. So, like, I like to take pictures of the different stages of taking out the hair and stuff like that, so. But I didn't think about that before making the video, so you just take your flathead, screwdriver, and you just start See, this is why you want to do this in the early stages of the hair decomposing, because if you wait, you won't be able to pull the hair out with any kind of tool, because the hair will just be disintegrating all over the place. So it's in the stage where the hair is still kind of durable, so you can actually pull it out. So yeah, because if you wait for it to fully the hair to when the hair has started to fully decompose, it's just going to just turn into dust everywhere. And like if you see a clone doll or something online and you look in the packaging and you see all these little like pieces of hair everywhere that looks like pieces of cut hair, that's how you know that the hair is dry rotted. So yeah, this has happened to a lot of my crafts dolls. And I guess this one could be, she came from a craft store. Now this one I got, she came from Walmart. So yeah, Walmart used to have their dolls and stuff in their craft section. They eventually got rid of that. I also have another doll here, which y'all have, if y'all have been watching my channel for a while, y'all would have seen her. Yeah, this was another doll, her hair dry rotted, so my Hollywood Starlet. So yeah, she's been fully rerooted. She has a new body, and I patched her face because a local neighbor kid, he was kind of a bully, hacked off part of her face. So I had to patch that, and then she got a new body. So yeah, she was also at Walmart too. I got both of these around the same time, so I got this one in like 2003, 2004 maybe. Then I got this one in 2005, so that was around the same time when Walmart had crafts dolls in their craft section. But they don't have that anymore. They just have like beading sets and all that. They don't really have crafts dolls anymore, which kind of sucks because I think they're just really interesting looking. And I don't know, I always used to play with these even though they only had half of a body. But I didn't care because it was a doll that had hair, and I love the head mold. I love the facial screenings they would come up with for these, and the head sculpts and all those different things. So that's something that highly, highly fascinates me, is like body molds and head molds and for dolls and stuff. And the different face paint that they would use, like the different facial screening designs and whatnot, and how the face was painted on. So yeah, and these actually came with earring holes. So yeah, I don't know if this head mold was ever used for any other doll. I don't think so. I just only knew about it with these Wilton cake topper dolls. And that was pretty much it. I do know that the Hollywood Starlet, the company Fibercraft actually stole that head mold. Or I don't know if they stole it or if they actually bought the rights. But Hollywood Starlet, her head mold was actually originally to a doll called Durham Charlie. So, oh, I think that's it. I think that's all the hair. See how you can see inside her head that there is no more hair. You can see all those holes. But yeah, the reason I suspect that this might have been a head sculpt used for a different doll, like an actual play doll, was because there are earring holes. So I don't know, I really like this head sculpt. I remember the first one of these that I got, I was 14 or 13. I got her around the exact time I got my Hollywood Starlet. And I tried popping her on a Barbie body. I think I like got scissors and carved this hole out to make it bigger, and then I tried putting her on an actual Barbie doll body. And it worked for a while, but eventually her neck, her head like split, so she got like a split all the way up here. And I have no idea what happened to her after that, so she was gone. But yeah, it's a done deal. This one has no hair anymore. It sucks because I liked her hair color and her hairstyle, but the hair is just bad quality all around. So thought I would come on and film me taking out her hair. And then I took out this one's hair as well. I think her glue might be dry. So let me see. Yeah, I think her glue is dry, at least on this side. So you just literally pop the arm back on. And yeah, the glue on that side's dry. So this was a brunette. They also had African American ones with really dark skin. Well, not like super dark, but their skin was like a dark tan. So I like how they all came with brown eyes. So like you had the blonde one. I love, one thing that is my favorite is I love blonde with brown eyes. It's like you have just a standard Caucasian looking doll. Not like pale or tan or anything, but just kind of a standard skin tone for a doll. A Caucasian doll. With brown eyes and blonde hair. Brown eyes with blonde hair, I don't know. I really like that. And the lip color on these, like, some of them actually look different. Like this is darker, the lips are darker and thinner on this one, and these ones are shaped differently, but the main lip color was this dark berry color. And sometimes almost like a maroon. So yeah. Yeah, the ones I got around this time, like 2009, their heads were really hard. It's like the brunette, this was the brunette one, and her head was like the hardest. And her head's a little squishier, but then you have this one, my oldest one. So her head's a little more squishy. I have another one. Her hair, I don't think is dry rotting. I would be really upset if her hair was, but yeah, this was what my original one looked like. Her face was like really pale like this, so here's my second one, and this is what my first one looked like that I don't have anymore. So yeah, she's kind of like ghostly white, but yeah, I put her hair in this bun. But yeah, her head, it's about the same. It's about the same amount of squishiness. Yeah, I really do like the faces on these. The facial screening is fairly simplistic, you know. Bottom liner, you know, you've got top liner with 2 little lashes. And then the iris is just outlined in black with brown. And then you have the 2 little dots. So it's a very simplistic facial screening. I love the shape of the lips. Like, I like that. And the eyebrows are super interesting looking. So yeah. And they can only look from side to side, so. But yeah, and their arms are like, most of them are like super rubbery. So yeah. But yeah, Wilton. So yeah, this one's, I got her from the Goodwill actually. She was still in her package and everything. And yeah. But I saw her at the Goodwill. I got her maybe in 2013 or something, or 2014, I can't remember. It was a long time ago, but I found her at the Goodwill still in the package and all that. And I looked at her and I was like, oh my gosh, it's like the original one that I had where she was like really pale. So yeah. But yeah, hopefully I'm hoping her hair doesn't dry rot. And like this one, her hair didn't dry rot. This one, her hair just kept frizzing and frizzing and frizzing because I kept brushing it. And so eventually I just said, screw it, and I cut it all off. I think that's what happened to the brunette one, too. Last year I went to, or a few years ago, actually. It's either a year or 2 years ago, I went to restore her hair. And then, it was just so frizzed out and everything, I just had to cut it off. So, I don't think her hair dry rotted. But yeah, this one did, so... Now I have 3 of them that are bald. And I do have one of the AA ones, but she, I don't know where she is right now. They also made little miniature ones with the same head mold. So that's kind of interesting. I have a... Oh, they're behind me. So yeah, eventually they stopped doing their hair like this with the bangs in the front. So here's a brunette one. And so far, her hair... Yeah, I don't think her hair is dry rotting, so that's good. This one I got in 2010, so... Eventually they stopped doing the bangs, and then they just rooted a middle part line in. Her hair is definitely in need of some TLC. But yep, still the same exact face. They just did a different hairstyle. They rooted a part line in instead of giving them bangs. Yeah, I don't know whether I like the bangs more or whether I like the part line more. I don't know. But yeah, none of them have their little pin or pick that came out the bottom, so... Yeah, that's my video on taking out the hair on one of these. So yeah, I just think these are fun little dolls. And yeah, there's the old hair, which I will be throwing away. And there's all the hair that was inside her head, so yeah. Personally, I think this one, she's got like a strawberry color, so yeah, I'd be really sad if her hair ever dry rotted. So yeah. But anyhow, that's my little video of that. So anyhow, thank you guys for watching. More videos to come, and remember to stay true to you.